Pass the word.
Good morning. Today we're going to make some ramps with pasta. Did you ever try ramps? If you haven't, I hope you get a chance to try it. Here's what they look like, nice and close. And
Which part? The top part or the bottom part?
we're going to eat the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, all right. I have half a pound of spaghetti.
Okay, why don't you get the spaghetti going, and I'll show them a little bit about how we prepare ramps. Now, these grow in the wild. They're called wild ramps, and they're only available in the spring, and probably only for about 2 weeks. So if you see these in the store and you're brave to try them, scoff them up because they don't last long. In fact, there's been known to be fights in farmers markets.
Really?
Yeah, people are fighting over the last bunches of ramps when they find them because they're collected from the wild. They grow in northeastern Pennsylvania, they grow in Canada, and somewhere down the coast. Even,
Eat the whole thing.
yeah, do you smell like garlic and onions and nice, a lot of pungent flavor in this. So there's even a ramp festival in West Virginia,
Really?
I believe, yeah.
Wow,
People
right.
go crazy for these, but we haven't had them, mainly we haven't had them because they're not available very much. So take a good look at their roots. Now, they grow like an onion or garlic, and we're actually going to cut off the roots and start at the bulb where we eat these. And then also, we have beautiful fresh green leaves. These are the definite sign of spring. Okay, so I'm going to wash them first, and I'm going to show you how to cut them and start to saute them.
Pass the word.
All right, what I have in my hands here is about a half a pound of ramps. I'm going to take about half of it to use for this recipe. And you can see that's quite a bit of greens. First thing I'm going to do is just chop off all the roots off the bottom of the bulbs. And we're going to get rid of those. Now these are in the leek family. So if you're used to preparing leeks, where you cut off the bottoms and you wash them good and then you use part of the leaves, it's kind of like that. They smell very much like leeks and garlic and onions all put together. And these are so rare because they only pop up in the spring, just like a hyacinth bulb would bloom. But also, it takes 4 years to develop a plant like this. That's a long time for the amount that you get from it. So I'm going to take the end with the bulb and I'm going to cut it in like little pieces. So the reason I do that is so that it starts to spread the oils of the plant, and that becomes very flavorful. So anything you see in there you don't like, just pick it out. And we're going to get that in a frying pan to start. And just cut a couple more pieces. Most of the white stalk you just want to put into a pan so we can start to saute. You'll see this really cooks down to a small amount. Okay, now let's take the long leaves here. Sometimes you'll find some that have only short leaves, like this long, but these were beautiful plants. When I talked to the lady in produce, she said, oh, they only get them once in a while. And so she just put them out. Now, we're going to do that with the next section of green. And then we want to make like longer spaghetti, we want to make spaghetti style strips with the rest. I'm just going to run my knife through here carefully and make more like shreds out of these. So when you eat some mixed with spaghetti, it kind of swirls in together. So just be careful with your fingers and cut through some strips of the leaves. If you imagine adding spinach to a dish of pasta, it's kind of like that. It will cook down to a thinner piece. Do you get a smell from this too, Rick?
Yeah, it smells good. Smells like grass.
Very nice, yes. And fresh. Fresh is the key here. We have a mixture of the different pieces of the ramps into this bowl. And we're going to add some olive oil and we're going to go saute that while the spaghetti's cooking. Okay? I'm going to take a little olive oil here and drizzle it in there so we can saute it. After it starts to cook, I'm going to add some grated Parmesan and some red pepper flakes. Alright, now look how quickly this cooks. Won't be more than a few minutes here. And we'll have it in with our pasta, which if you look into the next bowl here, is cooking nicely, and that's almost done. Okay, now you can see the sauteing taking place here. It's really done the way I like it. So I'm going to take a little bit of the water from the pasta and mix it in here to get the caramelization and the flavors steaming through the room. A little bit more. Right. Now I'm going to add some red pepper flakes, just a shake or two. I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. A little bit more of the starchy pasta water. I'm going to mix this in to create a little bit of a sauce. Alright, looking good. And the pasta water makes a nice sauce because of the starch, and it makes it a little bit thicker than if you had added water. And the pasta's about ready here too. Alright. Rick, do you want to grab some of the pasta and add it in there real quick?
Alright.
Alright, pick it up and drain it and put it right in the frying pan. There we go.
Smells good.
Yeah.
Put some meat in there, huh?
Well, you could always do that. I see you have your bacon sign next to you there, but that's an option. You could add some pieces of bacon or sausage, or I've seen recipes with the ramps. People love it with salmon. Salmon and pasta, and they even eat it as a cold salad. So look for some recipes if you can find some ramps for yourself. And
I need some ramps for my tractor.
okay, now mix it in real good. Here, we'll give you the other
Utensil.
utensil. And if you think it needs more sauce, we can add more of the pasta liquid. Oh boy, that looks good.
Alright.
Do you think it looks okay for sauce?
I think, do you?
Yeah, I like the way it looks. Now we're going to put some into our dishes to have a little sampling. We'll take some of the greens. Oh.
Oh, little bowl.
Yeah, just, we want to have a little taste here. You can always eat more if you want. Oh, look at that mixture. Would you like to add any red pepper flakes?
No.
How about some more Parmesan?
Maybe sprinkle on top, right?
Yeah, can you grab that? It looks like we could add a little bit of that.
Got mine.
Cheers. Here's a new sensation, right?
off.
Cool it off first. we always we always taste it when it's too hot. Tastes- It tastes like there's garlic in it and onions, and we didn't even add that, right? There's nice little pieces. Wow. You can use any kind of pasta for this recipe, but one reason that we used the spaghetti is because the ramp leaves, being long and lean, they swirl around nicely with the pasta, and it looks nicer with the long pasta pieces, right? Really nice.
Yeah, it's good.
See if you can find yourself some ramps in the store. Ask your produce manager or farm market if they can get them for you. April's the time, right?
Ramp it up a little.
Ramp it up. And pass the word. Thanks for watching.